Hi, I'm Rudy Maxa. I'm a travel journalist and broadcaster, and I'm talking to you today from France, actually southwestern France, near the city of Bordeaux. You know the Bordeaux name because of all the famous wines that come from this region. I'm actually in a narrow peninsula, about an hour and 20-minute drive south of the city of Bordeaux. It's called Les Cap Ferret, and I'm in one of the, well, there are about a dozen villages here called Le Cap Ferret. Now, Cap Ferret is not to be confused with Cap Ferrat. Cap Ferrat is much better known, and it's on the other side of France, on the Mediterranean, along the coast between Nice and Monte Carlo. I'm over on the Atlantic Ocean, not the Mediterranean. This particular peninsula is well known for its oysters. It was originally populated by, I don't know, maybe dozens is too small a number, but many, many oystermen. And there still are oystermen here and oyster farms right out in the Bay of Arcachon, which is on the other side of the peninsula from the Atlantic Ocean. Not a lot of Americans know this place because there aren't a lot of places to stay. Most are private homes, many of them vacation homes. But on the other side of Bay of Arcachon is more of a town, more of a city called Arcachon, and there's some high-rise hotels. By that I mean 6 or 7 stories. So a lot of people stay in Arcachon and take a very frequent ferry during the day over here to Cap Ferret and go to the beaches. And that is what Cap Ferret is best known for, its beaches. They're among the widest, longest beaches in the world. They're beautiful beaches, and you've got the ocean tide, so depending on what time of the year you're here, half the day that the ocean is quite calm generally. Then when the tide's changing, it gets a little more tumultuous, but people love to come to this beach. The food here is great. Obviously, you get all the oysters you want. What I want to do is, you'll see the beach a little later today as we take you through this, and you'll see some oysters as well. What I want to do is show you a day in Cap Ferret in the hopes that if you do come to the Bordeaux region, you might consider stopping in here for a few oysters. I'm entering my favorite boulangerie, and look at these pastries on display here. Chocolate stuff, strawberry tarts, raspberry tarts, apricot tarts. This morning for breakfast of the family, I've ordered 1 plain croissant, 2 chocolate croissants, and 2 almond pastries. Behind the saleswoman, you can see baguettes, the loaves of bread, and they're in individual slots. That's because every village has its own baguette, and since we're in Cap Ferret, I have ordered baguette du Ferret. Now, I will tell you, when you arrive here in the morning, you're likely to find a line, but it moves very quickly, and believe me, it's worth waiting for. I'm still half asleep, even from riding the bike to and from the boulangerie, but not so asleep that I can't appreciate a great almond croissant. Still warm. Excellent. One of the traditions of coming to the Marche, or the market here in Cap Ferret, is before you begin shopping, you've got to have some tapas and some white wine from here in Bordeaux. This is quail egg with chorizo, this is salmon, and this is crab. It's a very sensible way to begin your shopping morning. Okay, tapas and wine are done. Let's go inside the market and do some serious shopping. Okay, let's check the outside stands now. medium, moyenne,
Yes.
please. So this is the outdoor part of the Marche, the market here in Cap Ferret. It's open 7 days a week. And there's the indoor, which has mostly fish, meats. There's a wine store there. There is a patisserie, bakery there, but mainly fresh vegetables and fresh fruit. And then there's an enormous, much larger outdoor market here. Rows and rows of stores selling clothing, jewelry, olive oil, pate, and here is a traditional dessert of Bordeaux called the cannelé. Cannelé? Cannelé. Cannelé. And it's made of rum and vanilla?
Yes, exactly.
Right. I will take one to taste if I could.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Here. You want?
Yeah, that's it. Perfect. Okay.
Best ones are well done and cooked.
Best ones are well done, so
Sometimes
this
people prefer chewy.
Okay. So you've got a very crunchy outside, very soft inside. One of the many good things about Bordeaux. So when you come to Cap Ferret, you've got to come to the Marche, you've got to come to the Marche. I think you'll enjoy the outdoor as much as you enjoy the indoor. Biking is a favorite way to get around Cap Ferret. There are cars here, of course, but bicycles have a right of way, and there are numerous bicycle paths, including this quite long one that goes through this forest, sort of like a state park. And if you go about 25 minutes on your bike down this path, you'll come to the village of L'Herbe, L'Herbe. And that's famous for being an oysterman's village. It's got a lot of oysterman homes there that are brightly colored. And right along the Bay of Arcachon, you'll see their poles out in the bay where the oysters are being raised. And there are numerous places to stop and have a glass of a white Bordeaux along with oysters and some bread. And then after that, you go to a local nearby cafe or restaurant for dinner. Now, I will tell you, wild boars have been seen in this forest, not that they're going to bother you, but this is important. If you go here for dinner, you'll probably be riding when it's light. It'll be dark when you come back. Make sure you have a bike with a light on it. You can work up an appetite riding a bike around here. Now it's time for lunch, and I'm on the Boulevard de la Plage, the boulevard of the beach. So we are now on the bay side of Cap Ferret. Atlantic Ocean's over there, the bay's here. And this is sort of the main street, the high street, the Fifth Avenue of Cap Ferret. A lot of nice shops, rent bicycles here, cafes like this one here. And we've got a little steak tartare here, and a little carpaccio, beef carpaccio for lunch. And then it's time to go to the beach. Headed to the beach now, and I've walked up this long wooden boardwalk to get here. Behind it is a small train track, small gauge train track, and it's a cute little train that picks up people on the other side of the peninsula when they come in from Arcachon by the Embarcadero, and then it brings them all the way over here to the beach and takes them back when they're done. Anyway, let's us head to the beach and see what it's all about. Okay, we're at the beach here in Cap Ferret, which is one of its principal fabulous things. This is one of the longest beaches in Europe. It goes forever, and it is very, very wide, as you can see. The waves can be fairly gentle, as they are right now, but they can also get a little rougher, which the surfers like, of course. But this is the place to be in Cap Ferret during the day when the sun is out.
Voilà, merci
Oh,
beaucoup.
beautiful.
Bon
Thank you.
appétit, bonne
Merci,
dégustation.
madame. So this is called apéro. This is considered what you have before you go out to dinner. You come and have oysters, which are from the local bay here, the Bay of Arcachon. You have your oysters, you have a little Bordeaux white wine, maybe you have little crevettes. I don't know, can you see the shrimp there? And that's all they serve here. This is not a dinner place. They don't serve anything else. So if you want to have dinner, you leave here and go have dinner afterwards. Very civilized, if you love oysters. After oysters, it's customary to go out for dinner, and there are quite a few very good restaurants here in Cap Ferret. I'm dining tonight at a place called Le Père Fouroir. Cheers. I'm ending my day here on Cap Ferret on the bay side of the peninsula, the Bay of Arcachon, and I'm standing on the Embarcadero here, which is a long walkway, and it's lined with ice cream shops, cafes, and restaurants. And here, going out into the bay, is the jetty, and this is the jetty that the ferry from Arcachon lands at to bring people to and from Arcachon and here. I do hope you've enjoyed this tour of Cap Ferret as much as I've enjoyed bringing it to you. I'm Rudy Maxa. Au revoir.